Now the chances are you don't actually care what gear I use. You're just being a little bit nosy, and that's okay. But because of that, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't want to bore you. So this will just be the day-to-day essentials that I carry around. But if you do want a more in-depth video, type it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. So I shoot on Lumix cameras. I love them. They're great value for money. They're not too expensive and they're brilliant at both photo and video. They also come in a really small size, which is just great for run and gun filmmaking. As well as that, they partner with Leica, which is a company that just makes beautiful lenses. My main camera is the Lumix GH5. I'd hold it, but I'm filming on it now. It is a beast. It shoots 4K at 60 frames per second, 1080p at 180 frames per second. If you don't know what that means it has great slow motion capabilities. It's weather sealed, so it will take a beating, and it's great at photos as well. It is probably the closest you can get to a professional film camera without getting a film camera. And that's important to me because a proper video camera won't take photos, and I'm a photographer as well, so I need my camera to be able to do that. It's very versatile in the way you can set it up. At the moment I've got it set up in video mode, as it were, so I've got a cage on it with a monitor so I can have a better look at what I'm filming. Equally, you can put a battery grip on it, so it's perfect for photo. I also use the Lumix G80, which up until recently was my main camera. This again, I've got a cage on it for video, but I can also put a battery grip on it, which makes it perfect for photography. It is a great camera for the price and has definitely taken a beating. You can see here the grip from where you hold it is peeling off. I have just used this camera so much. It's brilliant. Lastly, I have the G7. This is a great spare camera, as it were, if I need a third camera angle, which is quite rare, but I also like to keep it in my bag as an emergency. This too is an absolute beast of a camera. I'm actually going to do a separate video just on this camera because it is fantastic value for money for the price. Right, let's talk about lenses. You might be surprised, but my favourite lens actually cost me £10 and is from an old film camera. In fact, it's from this camera, which I also got for £10, and it is fantastic. I bought an adapter so I could put it on my Lumix, and I use it all the time to the point where the focus ring is broken. I should probably get another one at some point. My main vlogging lens is the Sigma 18-35. It is a brilliant all-round lens and is fantastic in low light because of its fast aperture. The only downside is it is huge, especially on my little Lumix body, which is why I also carry around this 25mm. It's so much smaller and compact and is just a fantastic lens. Unfortunately, neither of these lenses are weather sealed, which is why I also carry around a Lumix 12-60 kit lens. It's called a kit lens because it came with the camera body, so it's part of the kit. It's not great in low light, but it has such a varied focal length, which means it's brilliant for just when you're outside and it's raining and you want to protect your camera from the elements. Finally, my favorite lens, the Leica 50-200. This lens is phenomenal, very sharp, and like the 12-60, it is also weather sealed. It has image stabilization and is my go-to for, well, pretty much everything. It's perfect for weddings because of that just great zoom, which means you can be far away from the subject and you're not getting in the way. It also means because of how zoomed in you can get beautiful compression in the background that really sets apart your subject. It has an aperture of 2.9, which means it is also great in low light. So back before Corona, when I was able to film in nightclubs, this was also a go-to. Finally, audio. I have three main pieces of audio gear. First, my shotgun mic. This is what lives on my camera 99% of the time. It's what I vlog with and is just very versatile. I actually didn't mean to get this particular model. I was after the Rode Micro, but I ordered the wrong thing, but in the end was very happy because it turns out this is much better. Secondly, a lavalier mic. I'm wearing this now. It's just great for warm audio and is brilliant if you're going to be moving around, because it means the microphone is always going to be close to the person speaking. For this I use the Rode Wireless Go, and what's great about this is the transmitter has a microphone, so I could just use this, but it's kind of ugly, so I also plug a lavalier into it. Lastly, I have a boom mic. This is what I use when I'm recording professional audio, talking head videos, kind of like this, but it just felt a little bit overkill for this particular video. So yeah, that is the gear I have, and whether I'm shooting photo or video, it fits my needs perfectly. If you're watching this because you want to get into video or photography, don't be put off by the amount of gear I use. I accumulated this over 3 years, and you can just use your phone because ultimately story is king. A video taken on a phone is so much better than a video you didn't take because you don't have the right camera. So get out there and create. No excuses, done is better than perfect. If you want to hear more about the gear I use, drop a comment. I'd love to make another video on it. Equally, what gear do you use? Let me know. I'm very interested about that, and I'll see you in the next video.